off my water today. Today is supposed to be the hottest day that we've had since it got out of freezing temps. Yeah, I'm getting eat up. I got flies around here. I found a place online where I can order the fly strips, not the fly strips like you come in a little cylinder and you gotta unwind it and it's a long strip. These are thinner. They're like a ribbon, more like a ribbon. I don't even know if that's the right term. A string, okay. And you don't hang. It doesn't hang down like this. It goes across, and it really does a great job with the flies. Anyway, I found a place online that I can order some, and as soon as my check comes in next week, I'm planning on ordering it. And hopefully that will help to curb some of the fly population around the barn. I'm hoping, not just for me, but also for the animals. Oh, Angel, did you want to come in? Angel, Keith, did you want to come in, Angel? Excuse me, people. Angel, did you want to come in? Come on. Not you, Moo. Come on. Here you go. You're a little late to the game, my dear. Sorry about that. But you know, Angel's got to be in here. Oh, don't yawn or anything. Yeah, I know. You gonna come up, or is it too hot? Come here, Keep. Come here. Come on. If you don't come up, they won't believe me that you're here. Come here. Come on. Oops, watch your head. There. See, there's Angel. Yeah. And she's got purrs. Okay. Anyway, I got other things I need to talk to you about, but I really, really, really wanted to get it out there. I don't know how many of you watch Michigansnowpony. She is one of the earliest channels that I watched that have to do with homesteading, and I just love her. Okay, she's like sitting down with a cup of coffee with an old friend. Okay, and I just absolutely love her. I love her content. It's all her fault that I have goats. Well, I'll blame her. She's got some good material even from years ago. And she wasn't posting a lot, and you know, she's been doing it for a long time, and you know, life is changing and stuff like that. But anyway, she hadn't posted for the longest while, and I was getting a little bit concerned, and then videos started popping up, and they are nothing at all like what she has ever posted. Completely no. She would not post videos like this. And I think that these videos are going to be getting worse rather than better. I just want to let you know that's not her. She would never ever post videos like those. No. I don't know if there's any way of contacting YouTube, saying anything to her. I don't know. We had emailed a little bit, but I haven't been able to find her email. I'm afraid to go into her YouTube channel because I don't know if it would still go to if the email would still go to her or what. So I don't know what to do, and it's like I'm hoping that she knows it's been hacked. I'm hoping that she knows she has a way of dealing with it that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there in the comments. Maybe you have stinking flies. Maybe you have information. Maybe you know how to deal with it. I don't know. I really have no clue what to do if your channel's hacked, or if you know somebody's channel has been hacked. And it's a terrible shame because she has some really good videos on her channel that I would go back and refer to, you know, and I'm afraid to even do that now because, you know, I don't know if she would get any benefit from it. I don't know if they've redirected any kind of monies that she would be collecting from it. I don't know. I don't know how that kind of thing happened. That's a world that I'm just not familiar with. But just people, please do not, if you see her, if you are a subscriber to Michigansnowpony and you see the video popping up, don't click on it to view it, okay? Because by the views being up there, it's going to encourage them to post more videos, okay? And you want to discourage it, really, because that is not her that's on there. I don't know if she saved her videos on her system or what. I'm hoping that she did. Maybe she can start a new channel and let us all know that that's where she is, because I miss her. I loved her content. Last time I saw her, she was showing her garden, and she had bees, and of course her girls with their horses. Well, I guess her one daughter is into the horses, the other one's not so much. Anyway, so I just put it out there so y'all know. Michigansnowpony has been hacked, her channel. Okay, so just putting it out there. Okay, anyway, for this week, it's been a busy week, I'll tell you. It started out Monday. My son and I went to the auction, and we took 3 little boy goats with us. It was an interesting experience. I learned a lot. It was different than what I was used to. I have taken birds to auctions, okay? Even up in New Jersey, there was an auction there that I could take birds and whatnot to. And I've sold them at auction down here. So this is a little bit different because this is a go away, you stinking fly. It's that time of year, folks. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, this is a livestock auction, and most of these animals are they're intended for food. Okay. Now, on occasion, you might get somebody who is looking for some kind of a breeder or something, but that's the exception, not the rule. I had hoped that I could sell 1 or 2 of the bucks as a breeder. They would have been. I think they would have been good. And but I didn't have any takers. I did have someone inquire, like just the other day, about a buckling, but they wanted a specific color that I did not have, and so I even if I still had the boys, I couldn't have helped them out because they wanted a specific color. So, and I couldn't hold on to them. I didn't have the infrastructure here to hang on to them for any longer than what I'd had. They had to go. They were getting to that age. They had to go. Okay. So that's where they went. But it was good. The auction house, they did well. It was a clean environment. Okay. It was very professional, very friendly. Okay. They treated the animals well, which was very important. Now my 3 boys ended up in a pen with a bunch of other goats of the same size, roughly about the same size. And this is how they do that. They weigh them, and then they put them in this weight category, and they're penned up together. I had expected them to be, a lot of 3, and they weren't. There were a lot. I think there was like, how many goats would I say was in there? Somewhere between 30 and 50. I can't say for sure. And they were. I saw them before the auction, and they were having a grand time, just butting heads with the other goats that were in there. Okay, they were. And I'll tell you, if I had a setup where I could have quarantined, there was a buckling in the same pen as my boys were. That was a really nice looking buck. I would have tried to get him. Okay. But I'm not set up. I can't quarantine. And if I'm buying from an auction house, you got to quarantine. Okay. You can't. If I know the breeder, like all my goats, except for the ones that were born here, they all came from the same breeder. Okay. So I didn't have a problem putting them right in. Okay. And even when I had Bandit, the little black and white buckling I bought, I saw where he came from, and the other goats looked healthy and everything. Everything was fine. I didn't have a problem really putting him in there. I probably should have quarantined him, but like I said, I'm not really set up for quarantining right now. But I felt it was okay for that. But buying from an auction house, absolutely not. There's no way I would buy a breeding stock at an auction house without quarantine. Okay, they would have to be quarantined. But anyway, needless to say, I had to walk away because, and I thought my boys looked good. That one really looked good. Okay, so I have something to shoot for, and that's what I'm trying to do. Get them set up where they can be a success. So anyway, so that was Monday, and that was an exciting enough day. I took my son with me, seeing as two of those boys were his, technically. So that's Coco's twin boys. They were my sons because I told him that he picked a doe, and whatever she produced, that was his. Okay. And so he got the money. Hi, Heaven Bound Homestead. How are you doing? Horse got choked from walking to the sale barn and back. Oh my, too many diseases at a sale barn. Yes, exactly. And it's just standard practice. And I know of a situation that went down because somebody bought small livestock at an auction and allowed that livestock to have contact with another leaser's livestock, even though she was warned not to do it. And they ended up losing some of their livestock because their livestock from the auction had a disease and it spread it to the other ones. So yeah, definitely. Auction house, quarantine. Automatic. Okay. And I think for goats, they recommend at least 2 weeks. Hey, you know what? I'd like to err on the side of caution. Let it be a month. Okay. 4 weeks. So that's just me. That's a good amount of time to make sure. So, and horses, I mean, when I got my first horse, put her in quarantine. Most of the other horses I know of that, there were some that were bought at an auction house, and they were quarantined for 30 days. Okay, just to make sure. So, but anyway, if I'm going to do breeding stock, I'm going to go to a breeder. Okay. Oh, hi, Christy Betts. How you doing? You like my flies? I got flies all over. Hopefully, I'm going to order. My check comes in on Wednesday, and I'm going to be online. I'm going to be ordering all this stuff. Okay. It's low cost items, but it's things I need, like fly strings in the barn. That should help the horses and the goats. I'll hang some in the goat barn, and I hang some in the run-in and in here. So, and hopefully that will help with some of the fly population, because all of a sudden we had an explosion of flies. We finally got some hot weather. Not that I was complaining about not having the hot weather. But anyway, I was afraid there wasn't going to be much of a breeze in here, but there is. Reason being is because I'm sure you can see over here. Do you see what I got? Yeah, they are. They are terrible. That's why I'm going to try and get these the fly string. Somebody else I know had them, and we couldn't find them around here locally. I know I've seen them somewhere in some of the travels I've had around here, in Kentucky. but not locally. I haven't seen them in the stores locally. So, but I found a place online where I can get them, and I'm going to order them, and hopefully they won't take till the end of fly season to get here. So, yeah, Dollar Tree. I've seen the kind that, the little fly strips that you unspiral their in a little tube, and I've seen those at dollar store, but I haven't seen the strings. So not like I know what I'm thinking of, and I'm probably not describing it very well. But I've seen somebody else had them. I have fly strips in my house. You have to. So yeah, I put fly strips up in the house, but I want the strings from the barn so that I can hang them up in the ceiling, which is where the flies tend to congregate. I see them flying up high until they get on the horses, but they tend to fly up high. And so if I can hang them up there, and that way the horses aren't getting into them, and the goats aren't getting into them, and the birds aren't getting into them. So that's why I want this particular strings. The fly traps, they're expensive. As I looked at those, and I just thought that the string might be a better economic choice for me. So we'll see how it goes. And I know you can make your own fly traps, but they stink real bad. So I don't know. I might try that again if I have time. It's just I have so many things going on right now. I can't even think about that. But getting the fly strings, I think that will work. So, but I'll tell you, it's really nice having the hay. I'll tell you, I had money set aside. Okay. I had $250 set aside. Fly ribbon worked in the house for me, but not outside. Yeah. So the strings, I'm hoping the strings will work in the barn. It's meant for the barn. So it says it's for the barn. So we'll see. I'll try it. If it works, I'll order more. Okay. But anyway, like I said, I had $250 set aside for hay. Okay. Because that's what I was told. I was told it's $5 a bale. Okay. So I figured, okay, set the $250 aside, and that would give me 50 bales. And Amazon has it. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid Amazon these days. They're getting nasty. So, I mean, if I can't find something anywhere else but Amazon, I'll go there. But I'm trying to encourage commerce with other companies. So that's what I'm doing. Which I'll get to that in a minute. Talking about the hay. So anyway, so I get a phone call, and the hay is ready. Okay, and he started. He was square on. We had to pick it up out of the field. My Amish friends helped me out, loading it up and loading it here. And he said, okay, instead of $5 a bale because you're picking it up out of the field, it'll be $3.50 a bale. Well, okay, I had $250. If I get 100 bales, that's only $100 more. My check comes next week. I said, okay, if you're okay with it, and if the guys are okay with it, we'll do 100 bales, and I'll pay you the remaining $100 when my check comes in. And he was okay with it. He says, I know where you live, and I've repossessed hay before. So, okay. So, which is fine. I mean, he's a friend. So, but that made me feel so good to have 100 bales in here. Okay. It means I'm ready. Okay. I'm almost ready for winter. Now, I still have, he said he tried planting alfalfa this year, for this year, and it'll be a mix alfalfa grass hay, and it's two guys that are partners, and the one guy, he did the planting, and the other guy does the negotiating, I guess, or selling, whatever. And he says if the alfalfa comes up, okay, and hopefully it does, then there'll be grass alfalfa hay later on. I said if I can get 50 bales of that, That's what I would like to have. Now, what I'm not sure of is I'm not sure if that's going to be the same price or not. Oftentimes the alfalfa is a little bit more money. So I got to double check with them about that. But that's if it comes up. So we'll see. Yes, it was. It was. And it's decent hay. The goats and horses have already had a sample of it, and they're fine with it. So that's good. And it's all consistent. It's not real stemmy. It's not real leafy either, because they had last year they had some hay that had some leaf to it. A little bit wider leaf. I don't know which kind of hay that is. Somebody that knows the different types of hay could come in here and probably tell me, oh yeah, that's Timothy, or that's orchard grass, or that's something else, or whatever. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. I think it's a mixed grass, but I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. So anyway, so it's decent hay, and that's why I was willing to pay $5 a bale. If that's what it was going to be, I was willing to pay it, because you got to have quality hay if you're going to be dealing with livestock and selling it. Okay, so it was an investment. Okay, so anyway, I'm hoping that the alfalfa comes in, so I'll get the 50 bales of the alfalfa grass hay mix. Okay, and that's what I need for the girls when they're in their last month of pregnancy, and when they're nursing. Okay, and speaking of kids being pregnant and nursing, $8, really? Oh wow. Oh, I don't know if I could stay in the business if it was $8 a bale. I'll tell you. Or is that the alfalfa mix? Because oftentimes plain grass is cheaper than the alfalfa grass mix. So, but this is what the boys will get. The boys will only get the grass hay. They won't get alfalfa. Only the girls get the alfalfa. So anyway, so that's better for me. Having the money, the thing is okay. So anyways, could change this up to here. The goats. Now, if you hear a noise that sounds like a goat is dying, okay, it's not. It's Billy. Okay. Needless to say, my goat barn and my goat pen, my buck barn and my buck pen, they're not finished yet. I'm getting awful close, but it's not finished yet. So needless to say, Billy is still running with the girls. And he's been whispering sweet nothings to the girls and making himself smell so pretty. Yeah. So, and his idea of whispering is breaking the sound barrier. Okay. So if you happen to hear him, he tends to be a little quiet this time of day because it's very hot, but I'll hear them in the morning. I hear him in the morning, and I'll hear him, when it starts to cool down at night. Oh yeah, there goes Daisy. He's really been paying attention to Daisy. And actually, I think gotten Mama yesterday, and if that was successful, then Mama will be kidding on or about November 4th. So, we got a lot of hanky-panky going on. So anyway, I didn't really want to have kids right now, early winter, because I wanted the girls to have a break. Okay, just where they didn't have to worry about kids. Well, Mama and Mama and Little Miss and Moo, those three have a doe each on them. So I leave the does on the mothers. Okay. Oh, happy birthday to your son. Are you celebrating it? Is he there with you and having birthday cake and all that fun stuff? You don't have to be on here with me if you're celebrating your son's birthday. I know that can be a pretty big shindig. So I'll forgive forgive you this time. But yeah. So anyway, so it looks like there will be kids born here in, could be the end of October, early November. No, November 4th. Oh, the your son's birthday is November 4th. Oh, okay. Don't mind me. Sometimes I'm a little slow. Anyway, yeah, okay. Well, we'll see if he ends up with a kid on his birthday. Oh, well, so long as not. Well, anyway, I better be careful what I say. So, there's a nice breeze blowing through here. Didn't think there would be because of all the hay, but we're still getting the breeze. So that's nice. It helps it. Because it's too hot out there right now. So anyway, yeah. So we'll see what happens there. It's not ideal for them to be kidding again so soon. But they seem, the only one whose weight I'm a little bit concerned about is Moo Moo. All the others seem good. Little Miss looks really good. Okay. But she's only had the one kid that she's been nursing. And same with Moo Moo. Mama, well, she's getting up there. I think she's going to be 7 or 8 this year. So I don't know how much longer Mama's going to be breeding. We'll see how she does. I mean, she's such a good mama. She really is, and that's why her name is Mama, because she's a very good mama. Mama has a boy, name him James Landon. Okay, all right, I have to remember that. Remind me if she ends up having a boy on November 4th, we'll call him James. So I haven't been naming the boys, but we'll see what happens. Jesse James. That's what his daddy is. Oh, cute. That's cute. Oh, Billy's outside the gate door. The barn door. Hello, Billy. And so he's focused on the girls. Because when we go to feed at night, he doesn't have his nose right in the feed trough right away. He's like checking out the butts first. Okay. So, but seems to be a little bit more late. I just got to watch. I'll be glad when I can separate him out, just so I can give him a little bit extra attention, the kind that he should have. It's typical for a buck that is in rut. I guess that's what you call it, in rut, to lose weight, because they only have one thing on their mind, and eating is not necessarily it. Okay, what kind of bug are you, and what are you doing in here? I hope that's not a white-faced hornet. I'm not sure what that is. If it's a mud dauber, that's okay. Mud daubers are allowed to be here because mud daubers kill the bad insects, like black widow spiders. So, so long as it doesn't come down here. Oh, that's some kind of a wasp. It's not a mud dauber, I don't think. Oh, there goes my hat. Here we go. So I'm getting there with the buck barn. I've only got one more board to put down for the floor, and put some 1x material up on the roof rafters, so I can put the metal on. Okay, and then all the wood framework is done. Come on, goats! Seriously, I've got cattle panels laying against the wall back here. Okay, waiting for me to put them in for the buck pen, and that will, after I get the metal on the building, then they'll be going over. But they're rubbing up against it, so that's the noise you hear. Watching that. I don't know what that thing is. So anyway, almost finished. And I was going to push myself. I was going to get that one last board on. All my batteries were dead. I just didn't have enough juice left in one battery to finish that one last board. Hey, Sugar Creek, how you doing? So, needless to say, I had to call it quits. I was hot, I was sweaty, I was dirty. It's like, all right. If I get to it today, after it cools down, I'll get to it today. If not, it'll be tomorrow or the next day. It should be, I don't know. I don't think, I got to take the guys to town tomorrow morning. But it's supposed to be cooler tomorrow and cloudy. And I think there's supposed to be some storms coming through too. But I don't think it's supposed to be real bad. So hopefully I can find time in between raindrops to just put that one last board on, and I get this one by. I'm hoping I don't have to buy any more wood for that. I've got 2 long pieces. Hi, Chucky. He's getting big, by the way. Chucky's getting big. I've got 2 long pieces of 1x material. I'm hoping that's going to give me enough. I'm not sure. I'll know better when I get it up there and trim it and get it together, Anyway, so that's coming along, and then it won't take me long to get the cattle panels up. I've already got the corners staked out, and it'll give them a space. Hello, Moo. I'll tell you, if you guys could only see the menagerie out here, Moo thinks she's going to get a treat because she's standing by the gate door and she knows I'm here. And that sounds like Coco right behind here. So I guess maybe before I leave, I should give Moo a little treat. Hello, Moo. She says, you're in there. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting there talking to yourself. Give me a treat. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get this done and up and get Billy separated and Little Man. Little Man is going to be the problem. Because Little Man, except for just a brief period of time, has never been away from his mama. From the day he was born. He has always been with his mama. And when I had them separated briefly, he was the first one to figure out how to jump out. So I'm hoping with the cattle panels instead of the hog panels that I can keep Little Man in. But he, as you want to talk about a mama's boy, that is Little Man. Little Man is big time a mama's boy. But he needs to be in with Billy, so Billy's not alone. So, I mean, until I get another buck, I can't have him in there by himself. So, we'll see. Just told my son he might get a goat named for him. He says goat stands for greatest of all times. Yes, that's right. There you go. So I guess he's not too upset about it. Oh, man, I tell you. We'll see what happens. If she's on target, I wouldn't be surprised if she does, And she is a good mama. She's a very good mama. But I can hear Billy back there. He's putting the moves on. I'll tell you. Hopefully your son doesn't learn how to put the moves on a girl from Billy, because really it won't work. He's laughing. Yeah, okay. Oh, boy, I tell you. Oh, and go back briefly to the auction. We were there on Monday. We had our check on Wednesday. So they pay you very quickly, which is nice to know. Now, the unfortunate thing about it is that we missed the peak payout. We got $3.40 a pound. That's still not bad. I got to talk to a guy that was into goats years ago. Okay. And he said he was only getting like $35, $40 a head. Okay. And he said, with it being that low, figured it wasn't worth his hassle being involved with goats, so he got out of it. And he was there with his son yesterday, and he was reminiscing and telling me about it. And it's like, well, they're definitely more than that now. So anyway, there were 340 pound is what they went for. And it was my boys weighed in at about they weighed them all together. So I had 3 boys, and it came up at 150 pounds. So on average, about 50 pounds a piece. So that's good, and I'm pretty sure that's an average, because I think that the one twin was a little bit heavier than the other twin, but they averaged out, so that's okay. So 150 pounds of goats, and at $3.40 a pound. That's what we got. Plus, of course, they have their commission and whatnot. There's a few other little expenses that they take out of the check. So, but I cashed a check, and I gave my son his share. He got 2/3 of it, and he was happy. He had money in his pocket. What, Mama? I know, Mama. I'm getting stared down. Mama, and of course, little man's in tow. There goes little man. And there's Daisy. And Billy's bringing up the rear. Oh, I tell you. And he's a little stinkier this year than he was last year. I'll tell you that. I had heard that. Which sale barn did you go to? Okay, I went to the one in Richmond. Was it Bluegrass Stockyard in Richmond there. And I said they were very clean. They were very professional. They were very good with the animals. They weren't mean. They were, they handled them very well. Nobody got kicked or thrown or anything like that, So I was very impressed with them. It's a good one. Okay, good. I was very pleased. Now I've been to the London stock sale. They have down there it's on 25, and it is it's on every Tuesday. I forget what time they start. I think they start around 1. They're okay for local. They get a lot of cattle, and they get the pigs and the goats and sheep, but not so much that, it's mostly cattle, seems like. I haven't seen how they handle the livestock. You couldn't go back and look at them, whereas at the Bluegrass, I could go into the pens and I could look at the animals and see how they were. They had water in for the animals, and that was important. Okay, do not go to Shepherdsville, nasty period, and there's a man there that sells his sick animals. Yeah. Now that's something I'll tell you. Okay, there were a few goats that had issues. Okay, it was obvious they had issues. But like, I don't know if you watch Arms Family Homestead. He had a couple of goats this year, older does, that had issues, and he ended up sending them to the auction because they had issues. They weren't going to be productive for him. He knew it. You couldn't sell them for breeding. So he's not running a sanctuary. And I'm not either. I don't know what I would do if something like that happened to any of my goats. I mean, I would do the best I could to help them out. Okay. But I haven't faced that problem yet. And we'll see. It all depends. But anyway, there were a few animals, not very many, just a few. There was a goat there that her hooves in the front anyway were obviously overgrown, but she was having an issue with one leg. She was 3-legged. Okay. Now whether or not the problem was strictly because of the overgrown hooves, or because she had injured her leg and it's something that was going to get better, I don't know. I couldn't tell. I think I'd feel better getting goats from a trusted individual. Yeah. If you can do that, yeah. I don't have a problem selling off my farm. But at the same time, when you can't keep the animal any longer than you already have, the auction is where you go. That's where you go. I'm hoping that as I get established, I can do more off-farm sales than going to the auction. But the goats are my money maker. Okay. And that's is their purpose. Now, I'll be honest with you. I try not to think about their end. Okay. When I'm taking them there, I try not to think about it. I know it. I know what their end is going to be, and I pray it's humane. Okay. But based on what I saw, the bluegrass, they did a good job. They handled them well and humanely. Said they all had water, which is important, and it was automatic water, so they had the water there. I saw the animals drinking from the water, so they did, and they were in the shade. They weren't out in the blazing hot sun, so they did a good job. It's a very humane environment. Okay. And I'm hoping that where they ended up going, that they were well treated as well. Okay. But like I said, I don't have a problem selling them off my farm. If somebody wants to buy them off of me, if I get the quality up there, hopefully I will get more of that. We'll see. Like I said, I'm just new at this. And hopefully as I get better at it and my animals improve and I get better known, that I will get more off-farm or off-farm inquiries. So that, like I said, I did have one person inquire. Now, did you hear that? I don't know if you heard that. Sounded like he was dying, didn't it? The first time I heard him do that, I thought he was dying. There goes Sheba. They must be heading out. Yeah. I'm surprised. Sheba usually sleeps around now. Yeah. Anyway. Flies are getting... the worst thing with flies are the biting flies. The kind that bite you when they... they're not house flies. Biting flies, I think, are worse. I don't know. But anyway, okay. So then we covered the hay, we covered the buck barn, we covered the goat sale, and I gave the warning about Michigansnowpony. Okay, and I pray, man, I'm hoping she sees this video. Renee, I hope you see this video and you can let us know that you're aware and that you know what to do. I don't know, because what is being put on your channel is just, I know it's going to get worse, until somebody flags. I don't know how you flag it. I don't know. I was trying to look and see, but I hesitate because she's got such good content before this guy hacked her. So, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know what they're doing. They're going nuts over there, especially Bill. Oh, did you say you wanted to have a buck? It's funny because my husband says, Billy's being a brat. I said, well, he is a boy. Man, I tell you. Say, you only need so much testosterone on a farm. I said, he's not a brat. He just got his mind on one thing. That's all. He's really, for a buck, he's not hard to handle. He's pretty easy to handle. He's not mean. There was one time there in the pen, he got up on his hind legs to kind of like almost threatening me just this one time, but he didn't do anything. He just got up on his hind legs and he didn't come at me, and then he came right back down. But I said, don't you even think about it, buddy. It's like I wasn't going to take it off of him. So, he would learn real quick. Don't let him get away with stuff like that. She posted a comment on the video, said her channel was pretty much gone hasn't been able to get it back. Oh, I must have missed that. Because I watched the first video because I was thinking it was her. Okay. And I thought, oh, maybe she was posting graduation pictures of her daughter or something like that. Okay. And as it good, it's like, this doesn't look right. This isn't her contact. The comment was just some question marks. And I think I didn't watch another one, but there was one, no, there was two others that I commented on because people were questioning about it. I said, yes, she's been hacked. She's been hacked. So, I mean, I don't want to give any views, and it's so sad because it was such a good channel. I don't know if there's anything more she can do. It still has not gotten their Facebook back yet. Yes, I heard about that too. It's like, I don't know. What do you do? What do you do when it gets hacked like that? There's got to be some way. You know, I bet you YouTube or even Facebook could, do something if they really wanted to be bothered. But I guess they're so big that, they don't really care. They're more worried about other things they don't need to be worried about, apparently. For those of you who have followed what's been going on with these big tech things, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, but anyway, well, everybody, I probably should get off this computer and get back in. I'm trying to do some research or some other stuff during the heat of the day when it's hot like this. I'm not outside working. I'm inside. I do some research. There's a couple of things I need to locate. There's I'll tell you one thing I put on here. Everybody says Amazon. Okay, that's fine. Overstock.com. This came up on something, a conversation that I was watching on, I don't remember which one, if it was Rumble or YouTube, I don't remember which one. But somebody mentioned Overstock.com was doing something beneficial that was good. I was like, I had forgotten about Overstock.com. I'm going to take a look. I have to get outside. Hopefully rain tomorrow. Yeah, they are talking rain tomorrow. So we'll see. A little shower wouldn't be bad. I just hope we don't have a deluge. But anyway, Overstock.com. I went on there and I found the exact bed frame that I was looking at Walmart for a lot less money. So hopefully it looks like exactly the same. So I'm going to be ordering from Overstock.com. For that, and there's a couple other things I wanted to look at that I was needing, so I could get some stuff done around here, and if they have what I need, then I'll order from them. But we'll see. So I'll have to make sure I save their thing because I was very pleased about that, and. The fly tape, not tape, it's string. It's fly string. Oh, what is it? It's at Jeffers. I think that's what it's called. It's a veterinary equine supply place, and I think I've bought from them before. So. I'll go to them and order stuff like that from them. So there's other places besides Amazon. Like I said, if you can't find anything else and you can only find on Amazon, fine, But there are other places available. So anyway, I really do have to get back in the house because it's amazing how time flies, especially when you're on the computer working on things, and it won't be long before I have to get dinner together and then I have to feed animals. And by then I'm pretty much wiped. So, and we have the sheets across the windows so we get airflow, but at the same time we don't get the sun beating on us. And we got the fans going inside. Trying not to do air conditioning. I managed not to do air conditioning last summer, and I'm hoping we can manage again this year. So hope Billy don't drive you crazy. Hey, at least he doesn't do it at night. Okay, So he's just, when it's cool morning and cool afternoon, I'm surprised he's after Daisy right now, but maybe he's in the shade, but he's not, like I said, he's not that bad, really. It's just now they understand what his whispering sweet nothings actually sounds like. Then I just, you know, Billy would do his thing and he'll calm down after a bit. So, but all right, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one. And if anybody's talking to Renee, Michigan Snow Pony, tell her we miss her. Okay. And it'd be nice also if she could get another channel up, but I don't know if she's going to be bothered. I don't know. So see y'all later. Okay. Have a good one and stay cool. Oh, get him away. Here we go.